Nicola Sturgeon SNP TBD. The 2021 Scottish Parliament election took place on 6 May 2021. Under the provisions of the Scotland Act 1998, all 129 members of the Scottish Parliament are being elected in the sixth election since the Parliament was re-established in 1999. The election is being held alongside the UK local elections, London Assembly election, and Welsh Senedd election. The election campaign started on 25 March 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic in Scotland, although Parliament was not be officially dissolved until 5 May. The day before the election, the main parties running for election are the Scottish National Party, led by First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, the Scottish Conservatives led by Douglas Ross, Scottish Labour led by Anna Sava, the Scottish Liberal Democrats led by Willie Rennie, and the Scottish Greens, led by their co-leaders Patrick Harvie and Lorna Slater. Of those five parties, two changed their leader since the 2016 election. Newer parties set up since the last election include Reform UK, led by Michelle Ballantyne, the Albar Party led by former First Minister and SNP leader Alex Salmond, and All for Unity led by George Galloway. These parties are only competing for seats on the regional lists. The SNP gained Edinburgh Central, Ayr and East Lothian as well as winning the largest share of the popular vote. However, Sturgeon conceded that the odds of SNP winning a majority were a very long shot. At the 2016 election, the ruling Scottish National Party lost its parliamentary majority but was able to continue governing under Nicola Sturgeon as a minority administration. At the same election, the Conservatives overtook Labour into second place, whilst the Greens overtook the Liberal Democrats into fourth place. No representatives of minor parties were elected to the Parliament. The 2017 local elections saw the SNP hold its first preference vote share compared to 2012 at 32%, finishing as the largest party in half of councils. The Conservatives considerably increased their vote share to 25%, an increase of 12%, as they became the largest party outright in 6 council areas and joint largest in one other. Labour fell 11% to 20% and became the largest party outright in only 3 councils, compared to 15 in 2012. Independent candidates won 10% of the vote, down 1%, as the Lib Dems were marginally up, winning 7% of votes. The Greens increased their share by 2%, to earn 4% of votes. For the first time since the electoral system was changed to the single transferable vote in 2007, no mainland council had a majority government. A month later, at the 2017 UK general election, the SNP lost 21 of its MPs, winning 35 seats on 37% of the vote. Most notably, former First Minister Alex Salmond and Angus Robertson, the party's Westminster leader, lost their seats. The Conservatives won their highest vote share in any election in Scotland since 1979, at 29%, and their highest number of MPs since 1983, winning 13. They surpassed Labour on both counts, Labour earning 28% and 7 seats, both an improvement over its 2015 showing. The Lib Dems won 4 seats, up 3, but lost nearly 1% of their national vote share. None of the smaller parties managed more than 0.2% of the vote. UKIP and the Greens heavily reduced the number of candidates compared to 2015, with UKIP down from 41 to 10 and the Greens from 31 to 3. The 2019 European election was dominated by the impending Brexit deadline and was won in Scotland by the SNP. The party won 3 of the 6 seats, up 1 from 2014. In the European Parliament and increased its vote share from 29% to 38%. They were the largest party in all local authority areas, with the exception of Orkney and Shetland. The Brexit Party, led by former UKIP leader Nigel Farage, finished second on 15% to 4% higher than UKIP achieved in 2014. The pro-Remain Liberal Democrats won 14% of the vote and were the largest party in the 2 Northern Isle councils. Both the Conservatives and Labour performed badly across Britain. and finished 4th and 5th in Scotland respectively. The Tories fared relatively better in Scotland than elsewhere in the UK, achieving 12% in Scotland compared to 9% elsewhere. Labour lost 17% of the vote, finishing on 9%, and had its worst showing in Scotland since 1910. The Greens held level at 8%. The Brexit Party, Lib Dems and Conservatives each won a single seat. In addition to the SNP's 3, Labour and UKIP lost the seats they won in 2014. The SNP increased its vote share to 45% at the 2019 general election, only 5% behind its 2015 performance, reclaiming 13 of the seats they lost in 2017, constituting in a landslide victory. The Conservatives lost half the seats they gained in 2017, but retained a quarter of the vote, down 4%. The party won a majority of seats in the House of Commons across the UK, its biggest majority since 1987. Labour recorded its worst general election result in Scotland,